Don't forget to use TCG Center 5 code on tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase. Check video description or visit TCG Castle for more. Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today we'll be looking at standard format deck, and this one is a Vespiquen Vileplume with a Slowking tag. So basically I've been looking on something new and something interesting, and I come around to play Slowking with item lock. The first time I made this Slowking item lock was with Seismitoad EX, but then I decided maybe to try to increase the damage that I can do with my active Pokemons with this Vespiquen Miltank combination, because Seismitoad can only Quaking Punch for 30-40, and that's pretty much all he can do. And Vespiquen can do a lot more damage. Even with the Miltank, you're pretty much safe. You can do 80 turn 1 possibly, or even 100 with the Muscle Band. And in my opinion, that's better than going with just a single Seismitoad. The only thing that worries me about Miltank is 100 HP, and it can be knocked out, for example, with the Giratina. It can be also knocked out with Manectric EX with the second attack for 101 if you have Tool, for example, Muscle Band. But yeah, I decided to play Muscle Bands instead of fighting Fury Belts, because I can also increase damage on my Vespiquen, and I don't have too much. I only have 2 in this deck because the space in deck is just pretty much hard to find. So I have 27 Pokemons, 27 trainer cards, and 6 energies. I tried to balance it as much as I can, and in my opinion it's the best balanced deck that I was able to make. The only thing, maybe I should try to play maybe only 1 versus Seeker instead of 2, but I think that the 2 is pretty much good and enough just in case the 1 is in prize cards, and you have the option for the second one if you even have it in your hand, or you can find it with the Trainer's Mail or Shaman's setup. And as long as you play Battle Compressor, for example. So yeah, let's see what do I have in deck. 2 Miltanks for the side or main attack, but I think that this card will be side attacker. But you would probably like to start with it. Better to start with Miltank instead of the Vespiquen, because Vespiquen can be better in the late game, and Vespiquen required a double Colress when Miltank can attack also with a basic energy. So with the powerful friends, as long as you can have Vileplume, you can hit for 80 or 100. 3 Shames for the setup. Well, this card is pretty much staple. I was testing with 2 and it's a little bit sloppy, so 3 is, in my eyes, the sweet spot for this deck. So basically 3 Shamans for the setup. 4 will be way too much. 3 is a sweet spot, trust me. And also it can be good because I attack 1 Parallel City just to get rid of my Shamans. So my opponents will not be able to take 2 prizes for a Shaman exchange. And even in case you have 3 on the bench, I also have 1 copy of AZ, so you can also remove the 3rd one from the play easily. 4 copies of Combis and Vespiquen. I would call this for a main attacker with the Be Revenge, 20 plus 10 for each Pokemon in your discard pile. So it can be a lot of damages since you have 27 Pokemons in total, and you can discard them pretty fast. Line of 2 Oddish, 2 Glums, and 2 Vileplumes with a rotating pollen, which have the ability to item lock both you and your opponent. And pretty much that's all. You cannot play item cards the same as your opponent. 4 Unknowns with a Firewall Letter, which have the ability that once during your turn, if you have Unknown on the bench, you can knock it out. And okay, you actually will not knock it out, you will just discard it, and this will not count as a knocking out, and you will be able to draw additional card. So for example, Teammates will not be activated. I think it not be, because it's not knocked out. And also have 2 Slowpoke and 2 Slowkings, with the Real Flash, which is pretty good. Also, if you can set up them 2 on the bench, you can move the energies from your opponent's active Pokemon. If you get heads on the coin flip to one of his benched Pokemon, so you can move a energy, not a basic. It can be even a double colorless, or it can be special or basic energy. And in my opinion, it's pretty fun deck to play. You can also play it as a budget version without shamans, and pretty much the deck will not cost you too much. But in that case, you need to add some additional cards, like maybe 4 Battle Compressors, maybe 3 Versus Seekers. But to be honest, 4 Versus Seekers are equal to price of 1 Shaman. 4 Battle Compressors are also equal to half price of 1 Shaman, so pretty much adding 2 Battle Compressors more and like 2 Versus Seeker are the same like buying 1 Shaman EX. Then I have only 2 Battle Compressors. A lot of people will say, well, you're crazy, you cannot play this deck if you don't have 4 Battle Compressors. That they're a staple in this deck. I don't know, since it's item lock, I know that Battle Compressor can be good to use it turn 1, maximum turn 2. But as the game goes on, and if you manage to set up Vileplume turn 1, all item cards will just be useful, and that's the reason why I only play 2 Battle Compressors. I mean, with a Battle Compressor, if you're able to set up 1 Vileplume, you will just try to discard the second line, and you will also try to cut maybe some Combi Vespiquen line and maybe Shaman if you really don't need it anymore. And that's pretty much all. You don't want to discard anything else. I mean, that's pretty much all. Yeah, maybe try to discard those item cards if they can be not used later. 3 Trainer's Mail, pretty much look at the top 4 cards, reveal them and put the trainer card in your hand you find there, expect for the Trainer's Mail. Yeah, 3 is pretty much good. I didn't find space for 4th. 2 is, I think, too low. 3 is the sweet spot, same as a 3 Shamans. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, and that's only 4 copies of Ultra Ball and nothing else. I was also looking for maybe 2 level balls, but I just don't know. I cannot find additional space. Maybe to cut down 1 Trainer's Mail and maybe to cut 1 Judge, or I don't know, something else. But level ball can be good because with the level ball you can pick turn 1 Addition Glom, and just 1 Ultra Ball will be enough for the Vileplume. And sometimes with only 4 Ultra Balls you will find yourself in a trouble by digging out that additional Vileplume. But I don't know, I just cannot find the space for additional level balls in this deck. 2 copies of Versus Seeker, as I mentioned it. Put a supporter card from your discard pile to your hand. 1 copies of AZ, so you can scoop up Shaman or Vileplume in case you need it from the play. Since you have that Force of the Giant Plant, you can just play in 1 turn Vileplume back. 1 copies of Judge, 2 copies of Lysander, 1 copy of Birch Observation, and 3 copies of Sycamore. Yeah, maybe to play also 2 AZ will not be bad. I don't know, it's better to have AZ instead of the Hex Maniac, just to scoop down that Vileplume. But the problem is that when you scoop it up and if it had a Floatstone, the Floatstone will be just discarded, and that can be the problem. 3 Force of the Giant Plants and 1 Pearl City, as I mentioned it, to get rid of your Shamans from the play. Also have 2 Floatstone for the free retreat for that Vileplume. It can be pretty hard to retreat once your opponents are able to catch it in the front because it have 3 retreat cost, if you didn't know. And trust me, you cannot pay 3 retreat cost, especially with this kind of deck, to retreat your Vileplume back to your bench. It's just useful. 2 Muscle Bands. This attack does 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Yeah, pretty much 2 Muscle Bands enough. As much as you can set up a turn 1 lock and put those tool cards, you're happy. And what else do I have? I have 4 double colors energies for the Vespiquens, so only 4 double colors, and 2 water energies for the Miltank. The reason why I choose to be played with water energy is also the thing that I can might use Psychic Up or Psy Up with my Slowking because it also is a decent attack. And just in case, you never know, you might find yourself in trouble and you might need to attack with the Slowking. So that's pretty much all. That's the 60 card deck list. So if you need any of them, you can visit tcgcastle.com and look for them. And yeah, let's pretty much try to test this deck, and let's actually see how it will work. Okay, so now starting basic. Come on, the worst possible start. Probably to go with the unknown. Luckily, I have that energy in my hand, which can offer me a retreat. But to be honest, I'm not even sure if I should like to do that. Just because, I don't know, I would like to attack turn 1 if it's possible, so I might search my deck for a Floatstone, but I need to be very cautious by using a Floatstone to retreat, because I only have one, and really don't like to leave my Vileplume without a Floatstone on it. So there's the rare candy, which means that he will have Garchomp next turn, but he might get surprised. Okay, let's see first with the Trainer's Mail what we can get. Lysander, definitely will take the Lysander, because I can use my Ultra Ball for a... Okay, I can use Ultra Ball for Shaming, that's for sure. So 2 Vileplumes and only 1 Glom is right there. Okay, so let's see, Battle Compressor, let's try to discard. I have Vespiquen in my hand, so I will definitely go for something like this. Oh, I have 2 Gloms actually, so I might be able to discard 1. How many Odysseys do I have? Only 1 Oddish? Or, oh. But I'm scared to do that. Okay, never mind, let's just discard them. Yeah, the Moment of Truth. Let's better go for a turn 1 luck. If it's somehow possible. Ultra Ball for a second Shaming, unfortunately. So I still didn't play a supporter card, but I still don't have... Oh, no Shaming. Okay, that's kinda sucks. Nah, I just don't want to take the risk. Let's just go with the Oddish. Retreat down to Shaming. Farwell Leather. Trainer's Mail, okay, not bad. Judge or the Ultra Ball? I don't know, neither of them. Okay, Vespiquen for Sycamore. Yeah, not the best start. Actually, 2 of my Shamings are prized. I'm not surprised. And yeah, he will somehow manage actually to survive the turn 1 without being item lock. And I actually lost blood in this exchange. I lost like a double Colress and a water energy, and I also end up without attacking. And yeah, there's the Garchomp, so he have it. So he have Garchomp, he will be able to knock out my Shane. That's the first thing. Okay, it's not the end. Just the Slowpoke as a top deck. But I will stick with a Intelligence Gathering. I might just go for the knockout, but I think I will not have enough. 2, 3, 4, yes, it will be only 80. 120 in total, so I'll be 10 short. But yeah, the better option was to get some cards to draw. Okay, so there's the Combi. And one again, Miltank. Yeah, I cannot knock him out. Let's just go with a Sycamore and let's hope I can get just... Okay, let's see. Floatstone should go right there. Slowking and a Ano. So still no sign of a Vileplume. Can I get it? Trainer's Mail. I might get Ultra Ball and yes. So right now I have Ultra Ball and I have everything for that item lock. And pretty much we both cannot play item cards right now. Real Flash, come on. Hats, okay. Oh, not sure if I would actually like to do that. But never mind. As long as he cannot evolve into Garchomp by Rare Candy, I'm in pretty good condition right now. So, how many Vespiquens? I lost 2 Vespiquens, and I should have at least 2 more in my deck, so yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. Lack of shaming in turn 1, because 2 of them are prized, was a huge pain for me. But never mind, at least I have that Vileplume right now in play, and I also have one Slowking, so I can flip a coin around, and if I get heads I can just move the energies around. And he just played Corina for rare candies and a Garchomp. Looks like he didn't actually know that I have Vileplume in play, so he is actually not able to play it. Okay, really nice top deck actually. So how many Pokemons do I have in my discard pile? Only... Oh, I have enough because he's weak on grass and I can knock him out easily. Before I even do that, let's just go with the Judge. Because he have way too more cards in his hand, and I actually got pretty decent hand. I got Combi and I got Unknown, and I can even use Farwell Leather to 1 additional card, which is a Vespiquen. So really nice. I have 2 Vespiquens instead of 1 with 2 energies. And right now I'm in the pretty comfortable spot. So he's judged down to 4. He's lived with his Gable in the front. He cannot play item cards, which means he cannot evolve into Rare Candy, Gardevoir, Garchomp. But I see that Lucario down on the bench. So Lucario can be a threat, but let's see if I play the both Lysanders. Yes, I have both in my discard pile, which means that I will not be able to use them. And never enough. Can offer him to drop 2 additional cards. Okay, I think there is no point to bench down second of my Slowpokes. Let's just go with the Real Flash. No, it's a Tails. Beer Revenge, definitely. Definitely, let's just go for the knockout straight up. That Lucario cannot do too much damage. He can use 50 maximum if he get that fighting energy, because it will not be affected by resistance. Oh, by Vespiquen even do not have the resistance onto fighting Pokemons. And one more Shauna. Oh, so there's Hawlucha. Hawlucha useful in this deck against me. Pretty much you cannot do anything with a Hawlucha. Be Revenge for 120. I'm looking for a victory in this game. I still think that my opponent will not be able to win by any chance. And one more Beer Revenge for a knockout, so two more tries left. And I think that's pretty much GG right now. Hawlucha cannot attack because I don't have EX in a play. Lucario can does maximum 150, not 120, and right now I got second Slowking in play, so yeah, that's pretty much win. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. There is a pretty interesting deck list that I made, so you should definitely try out this deck. It's pretty fun and interesting to play, and pretty much if you have Sheens, the other cards in this deck will not be more than like $30 at all. But you can also try to play this deck as a budget version, and I think that you can get it for like $30 without Sheens, and it's pretty interesting to play, in my opinion. I like the decks like this one. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Once again, don't forget to like or dislike this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more future videos, and don't miss that this TCGcastle.com opportunity to get 5% discount on your purchase by typing TCG Center 5 code once you complete your order and the registration on the site. So till the next time, thank you for watching and stopping to my channel. Have a nice day, and goodbye.